longer ones, which is not a countersunk. I think these actually go onto the bottom. Hands don't want to work. Alright. The other two screws for the bottom will be screwed in. Just starting these a little bit. And on the top, you'll see this camera mount goes in these little slots. So you might want to take your finger, push against the top plate a little bit, and get it to line up with these little grooves. And of course it's going to be tight. You want to just try to be easy with it, but get it into the grooves. Mine, you can hear it snapping in place. Okay. Now we'll take this piece right here. Screw it in. This is the ones that are countersink screws that I wasn't really sure where to put, and they actually went on this side. Very, very, very nice frame. So, another thing, on a TRUEX, you want all your center of gravity to be right here in the middle. Well, it's got little pinch spots here, to where you can actually pinch it after the thing is fully built and you're about to fly. And you're trying to center up your LiPo on the bottom, so your center of gravity is where it's completely even. It's a little bit better to have them at the perfect center of gravity, because if it's like this, your front motors are going to have to compensate a little bit more to actually get it to even out, and vice versa. You know, it's constantly having to work against itself, but it's a lot easier on the flight controller if the center of gravity is correct, just for normal cruising. So you're not going to be working your motors as bad, which, you know, I don't know if anybody's came across like your black box data of the center of gravity messing with your setup. I'm not really sure, you know, if that's a thing, but that's the way I feel about it. If center of gravity's off, something's going to have to compensate for it. For either way, it's tilting. So yeah, that's a nice little plus. The quality, I couldn't ask for better, honestly. Very strong, even though it's not fully tightened up yet. Yeah, very sturdy frame. Very happy with the quality of Astrox's. So I know that I've skipped this little section here. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you. So this dead Betaflight F3, you know, just for example. Well, duh. So you'll actually be taking this right here, so it actually picks it up enough to where you don't have to worry about something shorting out because it's sitting all the way against possibly touching the carbon fiber, which we all might know that carbon fiber is conductive. Guys, you see here, that was the full build for the frame. Only thing you're lacking is putting your standoffs, little plastic standoffs, or if you want to put some soft mount, I recommend these. Race Day, not Race Day, but Ready Made RC sells these. These have always been really good for me for soft mounting the flight controller. You might have to put a couple, yeah, you could put a couple little plastic spacers like this one, or if you want to take one of these little nuts, just whatever you'd like to do there, just to make up for spacing. It might give it a little bit more sturdiness, but that's what I would do, is get you some soft mounts. Here's a little bit larger ones. That's if you're wanting to just run a flight controller that has already got the PDB built into it. That way all you have to do is mount it, and you'd have plenty of room for your Velcro strap to go up underneath. I would probably put a nut on this and just make sure you got enough spacing, and cut a little bit off the top, because you're going to have to mount your video transmitter in here also. So just keep that in mind. But that's just an example, maybe an idea for you. folks, I hope you liked the little build here. If you got any questions, feel free to contact me. And I want to do a little weight on this little guy. See what the weight is. So just give me 1 second. All right. So 89 grams. If we just give a rough idea that your lipo plate on there, 94 grams. Let's say you put all this on there, makes it 96. So let's say 102 grams, which I don't believe I'll be having to use all this other stuff on there. So I should be looking right around 95 grams, let's say, before I start putting all my electronics on, motors, speed controls, stuff like that. It's not bad considering what you get. And this is nice. Countersunk. See, when you got your, say you got your little pad on there. Okay. This little pad goes on there. Well, over a period of time, these, oh well, you see here these come out. But anyway, over a period of time, constantly landing on your battery, you're going to end up smashing this all the way down to where the foam is not as thick as it used to be. Well, if you've got the standard screws that is not countersunk, it's going to start impacting your lipo. It's going to start making little indentions in it. Some lipos don't have any type of protection. You know, most of your Tattoo, a couple other companies like that has thin, like I think it's maybe 0.5 millimeter or something like that, aluminum plate that is on a 4-cell number 1 and number 4 is going to have little metal plates on the top and the bottom to help protect it. But if it don't have that, it's going to constantly be hitting these. But if it's countersunk like this, there's nothing for it to impact, so it's nice. It's nice to actually have a company build a frame and know what they're doing. But anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. If you got any questions, feel free to contact me. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up on it. It really helps me be motivated to actually be able to do these. It's kind of almost pointless to just have no audience to watch your stuff. So, all right, that is it, and this is the Astrox Switch TRUEX.